Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time, Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer them as we go and after the stream as well. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for this evening. As temperatures drop, home heating comes back into play. And whether it's a wood stove or a furnace heating your home, it's important to properly maintain its heating to prevent house fires. According to the Negaunee Fire Department, chimney fires are one of the biggest causes of house fires. A Negaunee firefighter says house fires are preventable if heating elements are safe and proper tools are accessible, like a certified fire extinguisher.
We recommend that every house have a fire extinguisher, specifically an ABC fire extinguisher. The different letters on the fire extinguisher represent the different types of fires that can be put out based on what materials are actually on fire.
Tompkins also says ABC fire extinguishers are available at many department stores and that property can be replaced, not lives. And in a traffic alert, the timeline is likely to extend for the 6-mile construction project on US 41 in Marquette County. An MDOT spokesperson says the project was expected to be done in September, but they now think it will likely be October. Most of the standard fixes are done. Now contractors just have to resurface the inside lanes. MDOT says they've changed highway turns on that stretch from two-way to one-way turns.
The reconfiguration eliminates conflict points between vehicles trying to turn and crossing paths, and just in general improves the traffic flow and the safety in that area.
Weingarten encourages you to be patient with the construction, to drive with caution, and be aware of your surroundings. And I can attest that road is treacherous right now, so do be careful. A Marquette Mexican restaurant will be closing permanently before the end of the month. Sol Azteca confirmed the information with us today. After messages went unreturned yesterday, we called Sol Azteca again this morning and spoke to one of the co-owners on the phone. He said the restaurant does not have a firm closing date, but it must vacate the building at the corner of Washington Street and Lakeshore Boulevard by October 1st. When asked for the reason behind the closure, the owner said it was a matter involving legal services, so they could not provide a comment. According to the Michigan License and Regulatory Affairs Agency, Sol Azteca has been in business since 2013. It will be dearly missed, and if you sat in awe with the rest of the football world last night as Aaron Rodgers was carted off the field in New York, your worst suspicions came true today. An MRI confirmed this morning that Rodgers tore his left Achilles tendon. Let's get the right label in there for you guys. He tore his left Achilles tendon on the Jets' 4th play from scrimmage last night on Monday Night Football. The future Hall of Famer was sacked by Bills pass rusher Leonard Floyd and was helped off the field before being carted back to the locker room for an X-ray. Jets head coach Robert said the team feared today's MRI would reveal the torn Achilles, which of course it did. Rodgers is 39 years old and turns 40 in December. And for our next story this evening, we begin with Decision 2023 coverage. A small election awaits some UP voters this November, and Marquette City voters may notice something different. TV6's Justin Vance Hoff tells us what is on the ballot and what you can do to make sure your vote counts.
On November 7th, local elections will be held throughout the state of Michigan. Voters in the city of Marquette can head to the polls the Thursday through Sunday before the election for early in-person voting. The city is piloting an early voting program. Marquette City voters will be able to vote at a polling station located at Peter White Public Library.
Early voting is completely new to the state of Michigan. So we are going to have to learn how to staff early voting. There's new procedures and protocols that are going to be in place. The state of Michigan is going to have new systems in place for us to use. And in my opinion, the earlier we can get our hands on some of that stuff and the earlier we can get some experience with it, the better it's going to be for everybody.
In the city of Marquette, voters will make decisions on the city commission and board of light and power. Voters in the city will not be the only ones heading to the polls in Marquette County. In the city of Negaunee, voters will decide council members and board of review. In Michigamme Township, there is an operating millage renewal proposal. And in the Gwinn Area Public School District, voters will make a decision on a bond proposal.
I would really like to see a nice high turnout for your areas. Please take the time. These are some very important issues that sometimes get overlooked, and this is your opportunity to have your voice be known.
Last November, voters in Michigan approved Proposal 2, which adds 9 days of in-person voting. Talsma says that will not come into effect for this election cycle.
This time around, you will not see anything different. The early voting is not happening in most jurisdictions until February.
Talsma says for absentee voters, you can request your ballot starting September 28th. Justin Van Hoff, TV6 News.
Thank you, Justin. And for our final story tonight, this weekend, the Superior Watershed Partnership and Land Conservancy is set to celebrate the season with a free concert and a tree giveaway. The trees are native red pine and white pine trees. They're provided from a partnership with the Forest to My Faucet initiative, which connects healthy forests and clean drinking water in Michigan. A Superior Watershed Partnership representative says planting trees helps to clean water.
Fall is a really great season to plant trees, and trees are really crucial to the health of our environment and to help keep our water clean.
There will also be music at the event by singer-songwriter Trapper Shope and his band. The event takes place at 9 in the evening this Saturday, September 16th at the Ordock Brewing Company. And that's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night where I'll be here in the same place at the same time. That's 8/7 Central Time with a recap of tomorrow's headlines. If you have a story idea you'd like us to report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. We'd love to hear from you with your story ideas. Thank you again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a good rest of your night.